Hey, what's up, you guys? I hope you're having a blessed up Tuesday. And if you're not, hopefully today's live stream is going to bless you up in some way, shape, or form. Just to remind you, if you have not received your commitment contract and your 90-day accountability calendar, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to shift your life. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. Get this commitment contract, 30 days of building self-worth, 30 days of self-appreciation, and today is day 13. Can't believe we're halfway through. And today is really about no making or seeking out reasons to overcome others. So pretty much sizing people up, like no reason to be sizing people up. And then also fighting, struggling, or entering into combat more than necessary. So today that's what we are talking about, and thank you very much. So what does this even mean, and where does this come from? Remember, all of this about 30 days of building self-appreciation is a projection back into like checking yourself. A lot of times it's easier to point the finger at other people and be like, pop, 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 especially with Valentine's being tomorrow. And I'm going to be sharing with you one of my most compatible soulmates that I get to spend the whole day with tomorrow, and it's going to be a really big surprise. It's been my soulmate for my whole life, and I'll be sharing him with you tomorrow. Speaking of soulmates and most compatible soulmates, on Friday, remember I was supposed to have it on Saturday, but I had unfortunate news that somebody close to me had passed away. So I'm moving the workshop to this Friday, which I think is a lot better for a lot of people, on how to attract your most compatible soulmate, which is going to be Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be sharing the link inside of the email list, so make sure that you are in the email list. You guys are my VIPs. I'm letting you know about all future workshops and events and all this stuff that's going on. And of course, I am responsive to messages and emails as of this season of business. It's not going to be forever, but it is this season. So if you message me back and if you need any support with anything, you're going to be receiving me. I'm very hands-on because this is for you guys. So this is important to understand this stuff because I think it's also important to understand your own behaviors and how you're moving about in your business life and your relationship. So if you are looking for reasons to pick a fight, you're looking for reasons to size up other people, you're looking for reasons to struggle, all right, because sometimes that's what happens. This typically comes from feeling inadequate and having a negative attitude. So when other people are triggering you, when people are like feeling like you need to size up, a lot of this stems from inadequacy, you not feeling adequate enough. So every time that somebody triggers you and what somebody's doing, just pay attention to those things, because it's not that your negative attitude or your feeling inadequate defines who you are as a human being. It's a feeling. And if we keep holding on to these feelings and we're not shifting them, and we're not looking at ourselves, or we're not appreciating ourselves enough, or we keep self-depreciating, then yes, we're going to keep projecting these things into our business, our life, and our relationships, and it's going to impact us and the people that we care about, especially our children, the most, because how you show up energetically and how you carry yourself and how you hold your ground, your children see that and they take that in as their own, and therefore they love you so much, and you are their first segment of leadership that they want to be just like you, the good and the not good. And so by you taking ownership in how you're showing up and how you're treating yourself, you are actually setting the standard and the requirement for your children and for the people that mean the most and matter the most to you, whether you are consciously aware of it or unconsciously aware. And I just wanted to point that out. So when we're talking about like this type of thing of what day 13 is about and the lesson behind it and something to work on for yourself, others' presence might be triggering to your fears and insecurity. So if somebody's taking up a lot of space and it's bothering the F out of you, Pay attention to be like, wait a second, like, why can't I take up space? Because it doesn't take away from anybody else. And truly and honestly, we need you to take up more space, because this is where you get to be of service to other people more impactfully by you showing and setting the standard and the expectation on that. Yes, I will check my DMs. Thank you so much. If they're relevant, I will respond. If it's a value, I will respond. Or if you need support in something, I will respond. But if it's not, then I'm not going to respond. So just being honest, okay? So this isn't to say that something called a fawn behavior. I don't know if you've ever heard of a fawn behavior. I've heard about it when I was doing my homework for you guys today. It is a people-pleasing behavior to avoid conflict. There's two things I learned in life the last 3 years to really value. I had my values like a little bit backwards, very backwards, in fact, and that's why I was not feeling fulfilled and I was not living to very high quality in my life. And I was taking life for granted. And what I learned was that from here on out, the last 3 years, is I really value my time and I really value my energy. These are things that require, like, if I'm giving my energy out and I'm not feeling like it's being of value, then it takes me a lot of work to recharge that energy. Yes, you can charge your energy, and yes, you can figure out the tools and the resources of what you need when you're yellow lighting and you're not showing up as the highest expression of yourself. But time is something, like, it takes time to get myself charged up like this. I get a lot of people. I just had a conversation with somebody that we're going to be talking about business at really next level segments and where, like, we're going. And one of the biggest things that I always get from people that are making 6, 7, 8, 9 figures and doing very well in leadership positions in business, that they say to me is like, Tanya, I just want to be around you because you radiate the most beautiful energy. And I want to let you know, and I tell this to them, I said this yesterday to somebody, I said, listen, there's work behind the work, and who I am today has been built. So a lot of the things that I'm trying to share with you guys, it's things that can be worked on. It's things that can be built. You can build yourself into a high quality, high caliber, high radiating, amazing type of human being. And it does require daily repetitions, daily energy work, okay? And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And so setting healthy boundaries and to stand your ground and to hold your ground in moments where you are standing up for things that are of integrity, things that are of value to you is important. But there's a lot of times where if what you say isn't gonna matter anyway to the person, to reserve your energy. And there are moments and times of knowing when it's time to stand up for yourself and stand up for what's right. Matthew McConaughey said, I strive to be a good man, not a liked man. I strive to be a good woman, not a liked woman. So that means I stand for what matters to me. I stand for values. I have, like, integrity. And so, like, it's important to know when it's time appropriate to hold your ground and to go into battle, but not to battle with yourself. So focus on, so ways to shift this is, like, your attitude is not who you are, nor does it have to be you carrying that with you moving forward. Focus on personal growth, success through hard work. All right, it is work. It is daily repetition. It does require you to put in daily repetitions, not just physically. I showed some of my physical workouts, but it's the mental workouts, it's the emotional workouts, it's the spiritual workout. Is a daily practice every single day of putting in your daily repetitions. And something that I personally like to do that works best for me is I take my day and I break it into 3s. And I turn my days into sprints. And I have different segments in my day where, depending on the heaviness of the season or what my goals are or what my responsibilities are, and I did a quote the other day, one of my favorite quotes, I forget who said it, but it says, with great responsibility comes great power, but with great power comes greater responsibility. And so every single day being in the mindset of being prepared and being ready and doing what you need to do so that whatever you step into in your day, you're always ready. There is no, hold on, wait, I'm not ready. Like, no, I'm always ready. If the opportunity was presented, I'm ready. Does it mean I'm always comfortable? No, doesn't always mean you're always comfortable. That's where growth comes in place. And speaking of growth, by honing in and taking responsibility, where you're like, wait a second, why do I feel the need to want to pick a fight with somebody? Am I feeling inadequate? Am I feeling insecure? Am I feeling like in having that self-awareness and having that self-honesty and being curious about it, and then really realizing, okay, this is an area that I know that I definitely need to grow in, because I'm feeling like if that person is winning, that I'm losing. No, you can all win. It's important to whatever you're going into. Like, if I'm going to go and play a game, I'm going to play a game to win. I'm not going into a game with the intention of losing. I'm going into whatever I'm going into to be successful. And to be successful comes that competitive, healthy edge of, I'm going to win. Or I'm going to do everything in my power to win, like, the right way. To win the right way. I'm not going to do anything to hurt anybody or to make anybody feel manipulated or, whatever. Like, if there's anything other than that, you can only control how you're going into a situation, how you're going into a conversation, how you're going into a game. Because if you look at life as a game, you look at life as a sport, go in to win, play to win. And so your attitude is not who you are, nor does it have to be. Focus on personal growth. Identify the areas of where you feel insecure. Identify the areas of where you feel inadequate. Identify the areas of where you feel weak. Work on that. Invest in yourself, and through your hard work and your discipline and your daily dedication, your daily practice. Competition and striving to be better can lead to constructive growth. There is growth in many different ways, and there can be constructive growth, but never lead to harming or exploiting others. So ways of handling this is through empathy, having empathy for yourself and having empathy for others, respecting yourself, respecting what you value, respecting your time. There's multiple paths to an end destination. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. They're like, yeah, in the beginning, you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do this. I'm like, listen, I'm all about hard work, but I will never compromise 3 things in life. I will never compromise my health. I will never compromise my heart, and I will never compromise my peace. Other than that, game on, let's go, let's grow, let's evolve. But there has to be boundaries set in place, because if not, you're going to constantly be in this battle. And if it says like not looking for a reason to pick a fight, there's no need to bully yourself into achieving heightened levels of success. It's time that we shift from this hustle culture mentality to an alignment culture mentality. And alignment is learning how to become your greatest asset, learning how to get on your own winning team. And then from there, let alone, you're going to be an asset to others and to everything else that you're doing in life. And then, of course, just really those things in healthy competition. So that's day 13. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Leave a comment below of what you enjoyed the most about today. And Friday, I'm doing the makeup workshop webinar on how to attract your most compatible soulmate. It's something completely different if you are somebody that is maybe stepping into the dating scene, or if you're somebody who's already dating or somebody that's married. You're very welcome. This workshop is for really any human being that's wanting to be in healthy relationships. And so it is a workshop style. I'm going to be taking you guys through the process, regardless of what season you're in, and just how to be in prevention mode and how to also get to learn a little bit more about your partner. One thing that I think a lot of you guys don't understand, unless like you've been referred to me, is that I've helped a lot of couples. I work on teaching people how to become whole within themselves, how to become their greatest asset mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and having two whole people come together to complement each other and to move. If you're somebody that is single in a single season like myself, how to be really, really clear on who you need to become in order to attract the type of caliber of a person and to be able to keep that type of a person. But most of the time people go around dating, and if you value your time and your energy, instead of pouring and giving out that energy and your time to other people that are not deserving of it, or you not being clear, you're wasting both people's time and energy. So when you're very clear, just like a business, on what you want and who you need to be, you can take that extra time and you can pour that into yourself. As we just talked about personal growth and healthy, like putting that into you, like who do you need to become? If you want to attract somebody that's really healthy, then you need to figure out how to become healthy. If you want to attract somebody who has self-mastery, you need to learn how to master your impulses, cravings, and desires. If you want to attract somebody like really does attract like, and like interests attract interests. So these are things that are really important that a lot of people don't talk about, and it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of prevention. All right, so that's going to be on Friday. I run this workshop webinar once a year, always around the month of February, where it's all about self-appreciation, self-worth, and value. And so yes, if you are in a relationship, it's really a great idea to bring your partner into the relationship so that you both get really clear on who you want to become as you're growing, reintroducing yourself to yourself and to each other, and then you're able to support each other on your next level upgrade of where you're going as a human being at an elite level. All right, you guys, so much love. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you tune back in on Instagram at 2 p.m. Eastern. I get to host a powerhouse guest who is an expert in body language and posing. So for them Instagram selfies you're going to be taking on who knows all week with your partner, just so much value is going to be poured into you around in the next like hour and a half. I'm really excited to have her on, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. See you later. See you in a few hours.